I want to say that I can't believe the Hasan Piker Collargate situation is getting worse, but you know, I'd be lying because I think it's still going to get so much worse, especially with all of the other people around Hasan that keep doing really weird, stupid moves. And also, the left, for some reason, keeps memeing about JD Vance, and they're seriously gonna meme him straight into the presidency. Like, they have no idea what they're doing. It's actually hilarious. JD Vance 2028? Haha. I'm not even a political guy. I'm actually anti-political. But it's just like, we can see what these morons are doing, but they can't see it themselves. From a Tozy, Hasan is in denial. He destroyed his image. It somehow got worse. Yeah, we think that every single day. It somehow got worse. And then the next day happens. We're like, how did it get worse? And then the next day, it got even worse again. And here we are. How many days in a row is this? I don't know. I tried to take a break from it for a little while, but then the the Collargate happened. Yeah, I really wanted to get away from it, but it's just too interesting.
Today we're talking about the streamer who got accused of shocking his dog live when his dog dared to move from his spot on the camera. And what followed was one of the largest crowdsourced investigations we've seen on the internet for a while. And this is all while Hasan is in complete denial that he was wrong to begin with. I swear, if Hasan and Pirate Software were locked in a room and the first one who apologized got to leave, they would both spend the rest of their lives in that room. But today we're...
Yeah, and they'd probably fight. Also, YouTube did a weird update. I don't really like the way things look. It looks like Rumble. Why does it look like Rumble?
Talking about a single 1-minute clip that turned into several frame-by-frame analyses, accusations, and cover-ups, and enough, I guess, detective work to make Reddit and Twitter look like they're working overtime. So for those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, this is Hasan Piker, better known online as Hasan Abi, a Turkish-American streamer from California who's built one of the largest political communities on Twitch. I think the only time I've ever mentioned him here on this channel before is by making a live Hasan reaction joke, as he upset a lot of YouTubers in the past by playing their content to essentially babysit his viewers while he wasn't streaming. He was just AFK. His reaction content is one thing, but playing someone's video uninterrupted is scummy to the creator he's freeloading off of. But before streaming full-time, he worked at the Young Turks, which is a news and opinion network founded by his uncle, Cenk Uygur.
Dude, we're getting in deep, man. And that's not how you pronounce his name. It's Chunky Yogurt.
That's where he got his start doing political commentary aimed at younger people. Later on, he eventually moved to Twitch and built a massive audience by streaming political debates, current events, and just genuinely being opinionated about capitalism and American politics. And the guy is by far one of the largest streamers on the Twitch platform, but this particular situation has nothing to do with political takes, because Hasan has a dog named Kaya, and she's basically become a regular part of his streams, usually sitting behind him
as a prop
on this little platform while he broadcasts for hours. And I guess that setup is what started this whole mess, because this week a clip from one of Hasan's streams started making...
Yeah, he needs to get Kaya off of his streams and put the shock collar on himself and use it. I think that's the only way that he's going to come back from this particular situation. But you know if you've been following the Hasan situations that it just keeps getting worse, and there's always more
rounds on social media, especially on Twitter and Reddit. In this video, Kaya starts moving like she's about to get up from her spot, and then Hasan reaches for something off the side of the camera, and then right after that, the dog yelps and immediately sits back down.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just just stop.
No. He was reaching for a Zen right there. I don't know how that looks like he was reaching for a Zen, but he was reaching for a Zen, apparently.
Jesus Christ, what are you...
Just at the moment that he was getting onto his dog, he was reaching for a Zen to pop one in. That makes absolutely no fucking sense.
doing?
The clip blew up instantly, with people asking, what just happened? Within hours, viewers started throwing around theories that Hasan had pressed some kind of remote or button connected to a shock collar to keep Kaya in place during the stream. Now,
it definitely looks like it, and he tried to say that he was reaching for a Zen, or his audience was, somebody's lying here, and I'm pretty sure that he did. I don't remember. I've seen so many clips. Let me know down there in the comments. Is he the one who said that he was reaching for a Zen? Because we saw the remote. Ain't no way! Ain't no way!
The clip itself doesn't show everything clearly. You can't actually see what Hasan is reaching for, and you can't really get a perfect view of the collar in that moment. But the timing of everything is what made people very suspicious. Because after Kaya yelps, Hasan doesn't jump up to check if she's okay or anything like that. Instead, he just calls her a spoiled baby and tells her to stay where she is. So for a lot of people, that reaction felt weird. Like, if your dog just hurt itself somehow, wouldn't you at least glance over to make sure everything's fine? Like, my dog, I often have Gary behind me in the background, but he just comes and goes as he pleases. But if he suddenly yelps behind me, I jump up to see what's going on, because that's not a normal occurrence. But obviously, once that clip started spreading, a bunch of people started investigating into the situation, including fellow streamers like XQC, because he pulled it up on his own broadcast and went through it frame by frame, and eventually saying that he was like 98% sure that it had to be a shock collar based on how the dog reacted and the time.
Yeah, he changed that percentage to 99%.
Timing of the whole clip.
I'm not even gonna be a hater. I'm giving it a fair chance.
Hasan the soy boy.
Hand over. About to press. Still moving. Now goes forward. I'm assuming probably has a, let's say, a Steam Deck, right? Hand forward. Now that was his arm forward. Now his hand going forward probably. See, a little bit more.
Go.
Bang! It would be in the next 3 frames. Chat. The
I might
likeliness.
have wasted $5.
Chat. The likeliness of this being is like 98%.
And other creators started
He went on and said 99% right after that.
coming in with their own takes as well. Some people tried defending it by pointing out that a lot of these collars have vibration or beep mode that doesn't really actually shock the dog. It just gets their attention with a sound or vibration. But I mean, even with that argument, people were asking why the dog would yelp at just a beep or vibration unless she'd been trained to associate that sound with something unpleasant. And then
Well, obviously the dog hurt itself.
there's the bigger question of why Kaya seems so hesitant to move at all. Because if you go back and watch Hasan's streams, Kaya sits there in that exact spot for literal hours without budging, even when Hasan isn't looking at her. And I mean, I have this
Is he gonna bring up the other video where Kaya's just in the wrong spot, does the exact same thing where he reaches and then the dog immediately adjusts?
little sleepy guy right here, and he has a bunch of beds throughout the house, and he just kind of comes and goes as he pleases and alternates between resting in a bunch of these different beds. Hey, buddy. But people started digging up older clips showing what happened when Kaya tries to leave her platform. Sometimes Hasan glares at her, and sometimes he verbally commands her to go back. And sometimes just a look from Hasan gets the dog to return to the spot.
Let's blast off. Far left himbo backs, defund police and base. Socialist mayor Mamdani for mayor. Comrade Hasan. Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. Shh. Hey. Baba, be couple to them. Hey, Kaya. Place. I don't even know why I try to do this. I don't even know why I try to do.
What is his problem? I haven't seen this clip. Like, bro, what is his problem? Why doesn't he want the dog to get up from the spot?
The stream. This is crazy.
And a lot of people were pointing out
It's so crazy that the dog wants to get up and move around. It's insane. Ruining his stream, ruining everything.
for a dog's breed that's supposed to be pretty active and needs a lot of exercise, the whole pattern just seemed off. The streamer, Tectone, had a viral tweet stating that he'd always wondered how Hasan managed to keep the dog sitting behind him during the entire 8-hour stream, and that a shock collar would definitely explain it. He also called him out for using the dog as a stream prop, like it was messed up, and suggested Kaya wasn't sitting there because she wanted to, but because she was scared not to. Then Tectone brought up this old clip where Hasan talked about his previous dog, Fish, who passed away back in 2020. In that clip, Hasan mentioned that his roommate wanted to go get a shock collar, but Hasan apparently already bought one but claimed he didn't have the heart to use it.
My old roommate
Apparently he did.
wanted to use a shock collar for Fish and his dog's barking. I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
But apparently it was interesting for some people that Hasan admitted to owning one before, even if his story was that he never used it. But eventually, with everyone talking about this, Hasan decided to address this whole thing on a stream, but not in the stream it happened, in a stream in a separate day. So then he explained that Kaya clipped herself on something, maybe the edge of the platform or something on the ground, and that's why she yelped. He then said he wasn't using any kind of shock device or remote, but the internet still didn't buy it. For starters, viewers who analyzed the clip closely said they couldn't see anything Kaya could have actually clipped herself on. Her platform looked—
Yeah, it's complete bullshit. That didn't happen. He straight up hit shock collar button.
clear, and the way that she moved didn't really look like she caught on to anything. And then again, you have that whole issue of how—
Yeah, she looked like she was very hesitant to get off of the platform.
Hasan reacted or didn't react at all when it happened. And people also noticed something about the timing just seemed pretty off, especially because Hasan had already seen the clip been going viral for about an hour before he brought it up on stream. There's a moment where you can also see him reading the chat, going quiet, seemingly distracted, and then getting up to call Kaya off camera.
At one point in these negotiations, agreement was reached and signed by both sides, granting a $40 million increase in salaries and benefits.
He's very, very angry. You can see it. You can see his body language changed, his face changed.
This is twice what other government employees can expect.
And when he finally sits back down, Kaya's gone from your usual spot, and it stays like this for the rest of the broadcast. This would have been the perfect opportunity to, bring Kaya over. Be like, hey, look, here's the collar I'm using. It's not a shock collar.
Yeah, of course. Of course it would. And he couldn't do that because he used a shock collar.
While on the same stream. But it wasn't until the following days that things really started to unravel, because some people on social media became obsessed with figuring out what kind of collar Kaya was actually wearing. And for other content creators, this was basically free content. If you look at the clips from Hasan's stream, you can see that Kaya has a collar on, but what type of collar became a massive debate. Some people thought they could spot contact points on it, which would match up with an e-collar or shock collar design. Others argued it could be a holder for an air tag or a standard vibration one.
I think that he had the tape over it because he was hiding the serial number so people wouldn't look it up. That's actually what I think he had the tape on it for.
Hasan eventually said that Kaya wears a vibration collar, which he described as a communication tool to get her attention when she's in another room or outside the house. He made sure to emphasize—
Yeah, but didn't he literally say that she wasn't wearing a shock collar? And then it turns out that the collar is a shock collar, but he's not using the shock function, it's the vibration function. That's not what was said at first.
that vibration collars are different from shock collars, and that tons of dog owners use them for training without any problems.
The problem is that it actually is a shock collar with a vibration function.
The vibration collar is what they were.
It's not a vibration collar. It is a shock collar with a vibration function.
Pointing to, okay, to be like, oh my God, he has a collar that he's using to abuse her and shocking her. There are a lot of dogs who use this. Okay, there are also a lot of dogs, working dogs, that use a shock collar as well.
It's also interesting how he posted this long clip from the stream on YouTube, giving his side of the story, but made sure to cut out this part from his YouTube video where he mentioned what we just heard.
I have multiple collars for Kaya, and I put an air tag on them. I put an air tag on all of her collars to make sure that, I know where she's at. And one of the collars that people are pointing to from previous days or from like months ago is the collar that is a vibration collar, a collar that I use specifically to communicate with Kaya when she's free roaming at the park or when she is, off leash running.
Why did she have it on while you were on stream then, if it's for the park? That's such bullshit, dude.
Around.
That's crazy.
Here's the thing, because on the stream, he also starts defending shock collars. And to a lot of people, it sounded like he was kind of hedging his bets, like covering all possible angles just in case someone eventually proved that he was actually using a shock collar after all.
Like, they don't realize that even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train like service dogs and shit. They think it's like dog abuse in general.
That was a weird use of the word unironically.
That's part of the reason why so many trainers have come out and been like, you guys are wrong. Like, shock collars are not like tasing the dog. It's like a TENS machine.
Sure, but when you're using it, people don't trust you, especially when you're pro-terrorism.
I have literally shocked myself in the past. Like, so people are just like
Well,
oblivious
you're gonna have to do it again, or people are not gonna let this go away.
to that in general. People don't understand because like a lot of people think that it's just you're not supposed to train your dogs at all. You're just supposed to let them roam, not realizing that like dogs need structure. They need to work. They need to be like very active. They need to get that out of their system.
They need to be very active, huh? Well, I can see your dog is constantly not very active because you keep the dog on the platform.
And not only that, but also in an effort to train them, a lot of the literally the disability dogs, the service dogs, get an e-collar trained with like a what you would call a shock collar.
But I guess at some point, Hasan decided to show the collar on stream to prove everyone wrong, except the way he did it only made everything worse for himself. Because he held it up for like
every fucking time. And then his fans changed the way that they were defending him and defending him on the new thing instead of the old thing that he said.
like 2 seconds with his hand covering most of it, making it basically impossible to get a clear look at the whole thing.
This is the one that people are talking about. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy? There's the air tag. There's the vibrator. There are days where Kaya doesn't wear a collar. There are days where she wears a different collar. This, in and of itself, doesn't actually work in the way.
He didn't even show it. He didn't even show it. The way you show it is to actually fucking show it instead of like, here, this is it. This is the shock collar right here that everybody's talking about. Right here. You see it, everybody? Like, you see the shock collar right here? Yeah, it's great, man. Yeah, the shock collar. Shock collar. Same collar that I'm showing. I'm just, you know, different angles.
That you think it does. Okay? Here. This is the flashlight. Okay? And this is when it vibrates.
Why would you even show the flashlight part?
He never said what brand it was. He never showed any kind of receipt of the box.
Yep.
And definitely didn't give people enough time to actually see what he was holding.
Here. This is...
Yeah, he's acting like somebody who is guilty and is lying and trying to defend himself through the lies with more lies.
The flashlight.
Bro, stop putting your fingers on it, man. Christ.
Okay? And this is when it vibrates.
What? Guys, let me show you something. Guys, I just got a new...
That's like a fucking child. That's what that was like. A child that was trying to defend himself and was obviously lying about something and just wouldn't show it to you.
Controller, guys, let me show you to guys. I'm gonna show it.
Oh,
Ready?
he's gonna do the same thing I did. Yep.
See? I just bought it. It's brand new. Do you guys see it? It's right here. Like, come on, bro. What, like, bro? It's not hard to just like self-debunk for like 2 minutes, man. Like, it's not hard, man. Why does he keep putting his fingers
It has the
on?
capacity to vibrate.
Can we see the underside of it?
And that's it.
So obviously, because of that, that just seemed even more off. So people were confused why he wouldn't just hold it up by the strap, let it dangle in clear view. Maybe
He was trying to give ammo to his defenders, and that he did, and it didn't work, and it got
say
worse.
what brand name it was. Like, there's so many things you could have added to this to just, you know, completely shut down all the criticism if it wasn't a actual shock collar. Because all he did was make things very awkward and make the few people who actually believed him start to doubt him even more. And then on top of that, what made this even worse is this was a full day after the controversy started, which also felt very suspicious. Like, why wait that
Yep, the whole thing smells like bullshit. That's probably because it is.
long if you have nothing to hide? At this point, the internet basically turned into a crime investigation unit. People started comparing Kaya's
was
collar to
great.
different products that you could buy online,
Some of the most fun that I've had on X in a long time.
trying to match to a specific model. But apparently the streamer Lonerbox was the first guy to crack the case. He posted this comparison showing what Hasan revealed to look like a specific e-collar model that definitely has shock capabilities, not just vibration. His analysis showed that the vibration-only version from the same brand looks very different from what Hasan showed on his stream.
Closely match the ET300 Mini Educator half-mile remote e-collar, which does have shock prongs. It seems to match in shape, in the positioning of the charging port, in the texture of the plastic, unlike This one with the much more curvy light than the one Hasan has. This one, which is vibrate only, also has its charging point on the side. The one Hasan has the charging point in the middle, much like the shocking version, where the prongs that could deliver the shock are...
Dude, I haven't seen this. Holy shit, they really did go deep.
Simply removable. You can just remove them. Or apparently, maybe, plausibly, ostensibly, cover them with black tape.
Then people spotted something else. There seemed to be electrical tape wrapped around parts of Kaya's collar.
Are you happy?
Yep. That's tape. %1,000%. Also,
and then the new work.
I'm pretty sure that's where the serial number was too, or the model number or whatever. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. Don't know for sure. I'm just going off of what everybody else is saying.
Theory became that Hasan might have covered up the metal prongs with tape to either hide them or make a shock collar look more like a vibration collar. Some viewers then pointed out the tape looked brand new, no scratches, no wear, no dog hair on it, so it didn't even look like it was used. And then one user on Twitter called LucyFan literally bought the collar himself and recreated how Hasan held it, covering the same spots with his hands. He also removed the prongs, put electrical tape where
Dude, holy shit. People went fucking hard on this.
Prongs go, and it pretty much looked identical.
Hey everyone, so I bought off Amazon today the exact same shock collar everyone says that Hasan shocked his dog with. Let's see, I cut off the prongs that came with it with my Dremel, put electrical tape over it because it looks like he did electrical tape over it. I don't know, it's pretty sus, man. Hold it up. Trying to hold it exactly how he did. All right, you might have to mirror it because I think it is mirrored or some shit. I got a little baby hand, so if my hand doesn't exactly fit his profile, you'll have to ignore it. It looks exactly the same, bro. And then from like the right angle, like in the shadow, no reflection, you could totally say it's all one piece and there's no electrical tape. Then you take off the tape, matches up. Exact.
Yep. And there's the serial number. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Or the model number, whatever.
Same, like, there's the prong, there's the other prong, there's the charger port. I think on the older one, which is the one he has, or maybe it's just because it's worn, this screw right here, either the paint wore off so it became silver, or it was just unpainted in the other one, but exact same thing.
And then here you have the side-by-side images of shock collars versus vibration collars from the same company, showing that Hasan's collar matched the shock version. And if that wasn't already a lot, someone put together a video showing exactly how long Kaya sat at that spot during the stream in question, and it turned out to be about 4 hours. So once the controversy hit full speed, people started pulling up old clips related to Hasan and how he treats his pets. Someone found footage from...
This is the best Hasan shocked his dog video that I've seen so far. 10 out of 10, Atozy. Holy shit.
Years ago of his old dog Fish, where Hasan essentially grabbed Fish by the tail and said something like, if you run right now, I will end you, because I guess he was trying to get a photo of Fish and Fish wouldn't stay still.
Come here. Hey. Mother, come here. Stay. No, come here. Stay. If you run right now, I'll kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone.
I just censor those because I just don't want that to be shown here, but you can tell by the color of his socks and shorts that those two clips are not the same day. Another old clip showed also Hasan's friend Austin taking Fish for a walk, and while using what seems to be a prong collar, which is a controversial training tool that a lot of people consider harsh.
And it's also banned in a lot of places.
Wanna go for a walk?
Oh. And this was apparently something that Hasan kept under the wraps from his audience, but Austin accidentally showed it on camera while the stream was running, and you can see from his reaction how embarrassed he seemed. There was also this bizarre clip where Hasan compared owning pets to having slaves, saying something along the lines of like, hey, when you have an animal, you literally have a slave that you shackle every day and drag around by the neck.
I don't put a collar or a leash on my dog. She just walks next to me because that's how I trained her, and I trained her with snaps. And if she gets a little bit too far away from me, I just snap like this. And I'm like, hey, come on.
Have an animal that you are taking care of, you have a literal slave, and not just like a slave, but you have a literal slave that you shackle, okay, every day, pull from their neck and take him wherever the you want to take him to, and on top of that, you neuter your slave, so your slave can't have more slaves, and you have the slave for just personal consumption, so like making yourself feel better.
To be fair, the person who posted that clip suggested Hasan might have just been making.
Dude, and like Hasan, I think he's really been trying to work on making his voice lower because his voice sounds like this. He sounds like Morty.
Some philosophical point about the ethics of pet ownership overall, but I mean, still, if he's the one blasting his dog with electrical currents, maybe he's not the most ethical dog owner to begin with. So hey, I don't know. But people also brought back up his response when Alinity got in trouble for yeeting her cat across the room, because Hasan, he essentially was like, excuse me for not caring about a Twitch.
This one was a weird one for me with the Alinity thing, because I used to throw my cat also, but not to abuse it. My cat just loved being thrown. It was just a thing. He'd run up to me and he'd scratch me and like paw me until I'd pick him up and throw him. Because he wanted it. He loved it. I don't know how that whole thing even got started. Actually, I think it was from sliding him across the floor. I think that's how it got started.
Streamer throwing her cat. Where's the concern for actual human beings?
50,000 people are locked behind bars for being born in a different country. So excuse me for not giving a about some Twitch streamer like eating her cat. Like Ricky Gervais is tweeting about this shit. Are you joking? Like where is the priority for human beings?
I don't like arguments like that. Like, does that mean that we should only care about animals after all the problems for humans around the world are perfectly solved? Like,
but Atozy, you don't understand. Don't you know there's a genocide going on?
Like, hello? It just doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, she yeeted her cat? Well, should we not be addressing all of the societal problems with human beings around the world? Sure, we can do that, but it still doesn't justify her yeeting her cat across the room. And then eventually the situation got even bigger because Critical made a video breaking down the whole situation, and his take, like everyone else's, isn't exactly sympathetic towards Hasan.
I saw he mentioned place training.
Also, Hasan Piker, pro-terrorism. People like Charlie never bring stuff up like that. Like, he is 1000% pro-terrorism.
Place is an actual dog training thing, and the whole idea behind it.
He supports every terrorist organization.
It is designating a spot in a comfortable location for your pet. For a lot of people, I know it's like their office if they work from home. And Hasan was talking about how that area is her place. And for dog training, place is supposed to be like their happy spot where they are super safe and they feel super secure. You do not want to like make it something stressful for the animal, at least in our teachings. It's supposed to be a comforting spot for them, not like a stressful thing where they just go there and like, you know, blue screen in the brain and just sit there idly comatose. And if they don't, they get punished. So he's calling this her place, but when she's moving from the place, he's scolding her. That's not what we were taught you're supposed to do when it comes to place training. That kind of defeats the purpose of it.
And Hasan responded to Critical's video saying that
also, like, place training? That's so weird. Like, I got my dog a bed, and she just lays on it. And I tell her to get up on her bed sometimes, and she does. And I don't know, man. It's so weird, place training. I think people get too much into training their dogs. And it's so weird.
You should have just reached out directly to get a...
Not saying it's bad to teach your dog something like that. I'm just saying it's like people, I think, overtrain their dogs.
Full story before making content about it. But that response kind of dodged all the actual points Charlie raised.
Charlie's been on a good streak lately. He genuinely cares about dogs. He talks about how much he cares about dogs and pets all the time. So do I, dumb f***. That's the reason why I'm pissed off. That's the reason why I'm fucking annoyed. He could just like unironically reach out and be like, hey, what's going on?
He uses the word unironically so much. I don't think he even knows what it means because that was not the correct usage of that word.
On here.
Like, what do you mean? If you're being accused of something that's extremely provable on the spot, why would you not just prove your innocence immediately? Like,
Because he
people
can't.
started calling him out.
Because he is guilty. And he should have straight up just been like, yep, I used shock collar. What of it? Go fuck yourself. Nope, he couldn't do that.
For what he did minutes after it happened, all he had to do was just pick up his dog or bring his dog over and be like, hey, look, it's not a shock collar, and just show it clearly. Instead, he waited over a day later and then he showed the collar like, look, it's not a shock collar, guys. See? Proved it. Innocent. Like, come on, everything about his response feels wrong. And I guess he's just mad the commentary channels aren't like running to defend him when clearly his response doesn't add up.
Like, what was this about?
Also, there are way more clips too. There's another clip that's looks even worse where he's reaching for the button, and Kaya doesn't yelp, but still goes over to the mat, and he is very angry about it.
This clip looks bad. You know what I mean? Hey, Hasan, I know we've been around one another before. We've actually been around one another, and a lot of the people that I know that I'm around all the time and do content with have not only been around you, but also been around Kaya. He could have just hit up, not me, but any number of different people to be like, hey, do you think there's any veracity?
All of the people that hang around you, defend you, and your pro-terrorism. So, like, none of them are to be believed. They're all going to defend you no matter what. They will say that you don't use the shock collar, even if they don't know. So that's out.
Do you think there's any veracity to these claims? Not just like, don't ask me directly. Do your due diligence. Why the fuck do you go to Reddit for talking points, dumbass? What kind of moron are you?
The dude is clearly in denial. Like, if you
Yeah, he's in denial, and he's very, very upset.
live stream yourself shocking your dog and you spend a whole bunch of time trying to cover it up and deflect, we don't need to go ask you or Pokimane for her opinion if you shocked your dog or not. Like, it's pretty obvious that you shocked your dog, because again, it would be such an easy thing to disprove if you didn't do it. Well, the streamer Lacey also added an interesting detail when he mentioned that he and Hasan apparently had the same dog trainer, and according to Lacey, the trainer asked him if he wanted to use an e-collar for training. Lacey said no, but the point was this trainer clearly recommends shock collars to his clients. So if Hasan had been working with that same trainer, that's a clear possibility then. And then, you know, considering Hasan has already admitted to owning a shock collar in the past, that just adds another piece to the puzzle. And
yeah, I don't even know how I feel about shock collars. I don't really care about that whole thing at this point. I'm just laughing at Hasan's fail at trying to defend himself on this whole situation. Like, bro, how could you be so fucking brain cooked?
as everything blew up, people started noticing that a lot of the main posts on the situation on livestream fail on Reddit were getting deleted. So multiple threads about Hasan and collar allegations were being removed.
Dude, yeah, that just adds to it. There's so much shit just adds to this whole situation, makes everything so much worse. And it's stuff that has nothing to do with Hasan, probably.
Which made people think the mods were actually protecting him or trying to end the story. Of course, trying to suppress something on the internet usually backfires. So those clips moved from—
Yeah, these people don't know anything about the Streisand effect. They probably don't even know about Barbara Streisand because she's a Jew!
Reddit to Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and pretty much everywhere else. So as of right now, Hasan maintains that he's been using a vibration collar and not a shock collar, and that Kaya yelped because she hurt herself on something, not because of anything he did. Obviously, a large portion of the internet does not believe this explanation based on frame-by-frame analysis, the collar comparisons, and the pattern of Kaya's behavior. And by the way that Hasan showed everything about the situation. And obviously, people compiled enough evidence to make it pretty convincing that things do not add up, but there's no definitive smoking gun that proves beyond without all doubt what exactly happened. Although there's no 100% way to really know exactly what happened, but now Hasan is blaming the internet for holding him accountable for making his dog's life worse.
Your haters want you to be reactive to the dog, which is the number one thing you don't do. Caesar Milano South Park literally had an episode about this. I know. My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog when she's being spoiled, and then train her in the opposite direction, train her into thinking that she can just like get my attention by crying in the background.
Oh, is that what she did? Got your attention by crying in the background? I thought she hurt herself. Another story that you changed. It doesn't add up.
Okay, which is bad. But what are you going to do? F it. I'll just destroy all of the training that I've worked very, very hard on to reinforce now that...
Oh no, you got caught using a shock collar. Now you're not going to use a shock collar anymore. It ruins everything. How is it ruining anything? Notice, she doesn't have a collar on right now.
You know, the entire internet thinks I'm abusive unless I, you know, let my dog do whatever she wants and then run the show like this.
Dude, you can do spot training without a shock collar or a vibration collar. And now the creator of Oculus, Palmer Luckey, announced that he would give $100,000 to Hasan's charity if he gave Kaya's collar to the iFixit team for them to verify what kind of collar it actually is. And that—
Well, he would just give them the wrong collar. Or he's waiting for his vibration collar to come in so he can pretend that's been the whole time that was the collar.
That is the biggest no-brainer ever, unless he's lying, because $100,000 would really help his charity. And I mean, come on, the dude morally grandstands on think about the people. Why do we care about a woman yeeting her cat across the room?
He's just gonna say they're doing it in bad faith, so he's not gonna entertain it. That's exactly what he's gonna say.
When we have people to worry about. Okay.
He's gonna act like he's offended that they would even suggest that he used a shock collar.
Think about the people and go help them out. Get those free $100,000 to help a bunch of people. This is the easiest charity money ever, if he's being honest. But now we do have 7 videos that look like Hasan is hitting the shock button like it's the buzzer from The Voice. So it seems like one thing is for sure. If Kaya steps off the bed,
Dude, he didn't even show all of them. There are still more.
Hasan is calling in that tactical nuke. I think just overall, just gathering my thoughts on the situation it's just very obvious that he uses this dog as a prop. It's like he went out there, he got himself a dog without understanding the fact that, you know, you're supposed to love and take care of your dog. You're not supposed to use it as a prop for your stream content and sit and repeatedly shock.
Yeah, if you watch his chat whenever the dog's doing things, it's like the chat is trying to command the dog. It's so weird.
It over and over again every time it moves off of its raised bed. Because after all of this, I feel like he has to ask himself the question, does he have the dog because he loves the dog? Or does he have the dog because—
Like, you'll see Kaya move and you'll see like multiple people in chat, a whole bunch of people say like, place Kaya. Kaya, place. And it's just like, what, do you think that you're in the room with him? You parasocial fucking freaks.
He likes having a cute dog sitting behind him in the stream for people to comment about on his live stream. Because after these last—
Yeah, and to pretend that they can give the dogs commands as Hasan gives the commands.
few days, it looks like the latter is the reality. But other than that, subscribe if you're new, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys.
Yeah, man. Oh, and it's not over yet. We got even more coming. From More Pegasus. They just fucked up really bad.
Welcome back to a series so charged.
Yeah.
Even Raichu subscribed.
Woo.
In today's video, Hasan is now changing his story again, saying he was actually reaching for a dog gate button. The internet has found a clip of Hasan admitting he ties his dog to the bed to force her to stay there for hours and hours. A clip of Kaya attempting to drink water has surfaced and Hasan is pissed. Internet detectives have found out what is on Hasan's table, and spoilers, it was the remote for the shock collar. As we thought all along, he's been caught red-handed. Asmongold has responded, Queen of Simps Pokimane is in massive drama after commenting on the Hasan dog situation. NPC streamer Valkyrie has responded to the backlash and backstabbed Asmongold for helping her. Subscribe to join the most epic series ever created, 100% guaranteed.
Let's up those numbers!
Jelly.
Quick recap, it starts with Hasan apparently toasting his dog.
Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Then the cover-up begins. He starts by claiming her dew claw got stuck. Then he claims he reached for a Zin and not a remote.
He did say that. He did say it. Okay.
What were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking Zintins are.
Then he puts a tape on the collar, claims it's only for vibration. Then he says that shock collars are actually good and he owns one, but he only uses it on himself. Then he gets caught in about...
Dude, this is the craziest situation that Hasan's been in. And he's literally a pro-terrorism freak.
In other clips doing the exact same thing. Then the Hasan defense squad comes in to save his PR and completely fails. And that brings us to today. He's now changing his story for the 500th time. Hasan claims the reaching you see in clips is most likely him pushing a dog gate button on...
He doesn't even know what he was reaching for. Huh. How about that?
...his desk, causing Kaya to perk up.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying you'll be... I know. Can we just move on, please? Because, like...
Nope! The fact that you just said, can we move on, please? You just made it worse again.
Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are, like, actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill in the way that, like, anytime my fucking arm moves around...
Yep, I'm fucking retarded, let's go!
Or like I unlock the gate or some shit. Like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate. And obviously, if you have a dog, you know this already. When they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. They are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness.
Right. So now it's a dog gate, guys. It's crazy that Hasan seems to have an item on his desk that metaphysically changes or something depending on the day, right? I mean, the excuses keep flowing. I just love how when you open the quote-unquote gate, the dog happens to yelp and cry, apparently as if it just got hurt, right? If it was actually a gate, why would it crawl back to the spot you have designated instead of, you know, getting ready to go out because you opened the gate apparently?
I know why. Because he shocked his dog.
I mean, it's honestly impressive the amount of lies this guy has tried, and he finds out the next day that it doesn't work, so he changes the story again and again and again. Now, he also said, can we just move on, please? No, dude, you are a piece of shit, and you deserve to lose your career. We are not going to let up.
Yeah, Twitch needs to ban this dude. Like, we're not going to stop. Every time he gets himself into just a little bit of hot water, we're going to make it much, much worse for him.
Deserves a better owner who doesn't fucking thunderbolt her. Now, he also called us weirdo stalkers for exposing his literal lies. I mean, nobody would have to do this investigation.
Everything that he calls us, we're just going to embrace. We're just going to let him call us that because they're just insults. We don't care. We don't get offended by insults because he's, for one, not insulting one person. He's insulting like a whole community of people. Like, this dude's actually a fucking moron.
If you were just upfront and honest. Like, Hasan is the type of guy to call detectives stalkers after they investigate a crime scene. Like, you have to do that, bro, because you're not being honest. We have to get to the bottom of this. Can we?
Yeah, that's like whenever people say, when cops arrest people, they call them legal kidnappers. Or just straight up, like, law enforcement kidnappers. Or, you know what I'm saying.
Move on,
they call them kidnappers.
And we got the Clash Royale lightning spell. Unlock the gates of Olympus to rain lightning on his dog. Okay, now I believe him, guys. If it's those gates, he's probably telling the truth. Moving on to Hasan admitting he ties his dog to the bed to force her to stay there for hours and hours.
And also, one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Bro, hours and hours on end?
He just said that she was free to walk around. Obviously, she's not. For hours and hours on end.
Lock this guy up ASAP. What the heck is this? Bro chained the dog to the bed like she's a prisoner. This is diabolical, bro.
Like, okay. So you know what this would really be good for? Somebody who's training their dog to stay on the bed. It's somebody who actually has to go work at like a factory every single day or some shit. Not somebody who's using their dog as a fucking prop, because you don't have to. Some people do have to have their dogs do that, and I kind of understand. I wouldn't do it. I would literally just let my dog eat through my fucking door than to have her just lay on a like tied down to a bed or stuck in a cage or something.
A real life supervillain. I actually can't believe it. This is like a straight up admission. The amount of horrible shit we've actually seen now is just undeniable, and it just keeps getting worse. People keep finding more and more evidence. Lift the blockade and we got Israel-Palestine. Now here we have a clip of Kaya attempting to muster up the courage to actually drink water, desperately looking at Hasan repeatedly, asking if it's okay to just take a sip.
Water!
And Hasan is just pissed off.
Why don't you just say the truth that Macron's wife is a pedophile? Because if you were to say that, nobody could actually attack you because she actually is a pedophile. But instead of doing that, you had to go the extra step and make up some insane shit. You know? No exit wound is a biggie, though. Yes, there are inconsistent things with the Charlie Kirk assassination. There always will be. There always will be, like, people poking holes in the official narrative, and the official narrative is murky.
While he's pouring water for himself. That's so fucked.
Discount that at all. It's just that if we're going to scrutinize the official narrative, we also need to scrutinize the counter narratives.
New information that maybe the public previously had not acknowledged or knew about, but a lot of counter narratives are just like crazy. Like, oh, there's actually a separate hole in the ground, and like it was a Jewish tunnel that someone popped out of, or it's too far fetched for it to be potentially real. The person who was a politics and drama YouTuber who works celebrity news and true crime is primarily transphobic and anti-Semitic narrative. She also denies the Holocaust.
You're a part of at all. It's also a ridiculous statement to begin with, because, like, the bullshit.
Obviously, she wants something, and he just does not care, dude. I wonder how long it's been since she's actually had water in this.
Civics are goated.
How long has this stream been going?
And what Christians were doing, what white Christians were doing to black women at the same time frame was not great, to say the least. Down.
Okay, not gonna show the whole thing because it's a super long clip, but man, that poor dog literally has to beg and plead for a sip of water while Hasan just ignores her, shows zero attention, and the only attention she actually gets is getting electrocuted, bro.
Yeah, if my dog is asking me to give her attention for something, I'm literally going to stop everything that I'm doing and I'm going to give it to her. Unless I actually am doing something that I absolutely cannot get up from. Like, I'm holding something still, like doing some kind of work, or if I'm wiring something, then I obviously. But just sitting there, talking into a microphone, dude, and your dog sitting there begging you for water. What a fucking monster.
This is legitimately getting out of hand. The sheer amount of evidence of just constant mistreatment and the way the dog reacts is just so sad, man. Like, this man is evil. You cannot convince me otherwise. The dog is so terrified of stepping off the cot to drink water, it's willing to dehydrate itself so Hasan can have his fluffy prop. I just don't understand why he doesn't buy a stuffed animal, dude. Here we have a clip of him doing it in front.
Because a stuffed animal just doesn't do it, because you can't command a stuffed animal like your slave. And the chat likes that, and they like to give commands also.
Of another streamer friend. This is the guy who accidentally showed Hasan's prong collar for his other dog, right? And he's also a terminal Hasan Glazer. They have like a podcast together.
My niece said they all say gay now and the R word. I'm shook. Wait, what do you mean? That's never stopped. That was the case when we were young too. Hey, out. Place. Kaya, place. Go. Go. No, place. Enough of this madness.
Wow, guys, you see he opened the gate again. You know, when he reached over with his hand, he was obviously opening the gate. Stop being a schizo. Brother, who is believing this? You are quite clearly pressing a button. It's very obvious. Stop gaslighting everyone. And this man really said, stop the madness. Absolute madness, guys. My dog is moving 10 centimeters. The madness. The world has gone into chaos. It's practically doomsday. How do I deal with this, guys? I'm gonna quit streaming. I can't handle this. My dog won't let me stream, guys. She wants to move. This living creature wants to move. Absolute maniac, dude. And the fact that his scumbag friends actually cover for him is pathetic. Bro keeps reaching for the same area of his desk. Kaya is being tortured on a daily basis. Free Kaya. The people around Kaya don't know she's being mistreated. Talking point is now out. Austin being around his son while he's potentially shocking his dog means he's either blind or complicit. Oh no, all these people know. They know for sure. I mean, they've seen the evidence. They're not like, okay, they're a bit stupid, but they know the reality of the situation. They choose to ignore it because they want to support his politics, or this in some way compensated for it, right? Maybe they have a podcast together. Maybe they get
a lot of powerful people at Twitch like Hasan, so if they hate on Hasan, then that's gonna get rid of their top spot. Hasan has a lot of friends that are like big streamers, and that gets them in. That's an in that they have.
A portion of his stream viewers, they're Hasan orbiters, they share a portion of the audience, so they're just incentivized to ignore it. So whenever these people give any sort of explanation, you gotta realize that they're bullshitting, all right? They're completely biased and you can't take them seriously at all. Moving on to the internet finally finding out what is on Hasan's table. And what do you know? We were not schizo, we were right all along. It was the fucking remote, dude.
Holy
Best Friend
shit.
Kick did some investigative work and found a sus-looking controller type device on Hasan's desk from a Christmas time stream.
Y shot. Boom.
Yes, again. Hi, Cap.
Yeah, he was hoping nobody would notice that shit.
Where's the camera, huh?
No.
Think about going outside.
Wow, what could that be? Could it possibly be the remote for the shock collar? Interesting, Hasan. But no, we're all stalkers and schizo. We're making up conspiracy theories. You guys are crazy. The gaslight.
Well, to be fair, I am a little crazy.
Has failed. The Hasan defense squad has been completely exposed as liars and freaks. By the way, it is a 1-to-1 match with the collar and the remote. Turns out we were right this entire time. And dude, I'm so glad we're actually vindicated, because I mean, we already knew from the shock collar, right, where he put tape over.
And guess what? It's only gonna get worse. How about that?
Over it. We already knew the model and everything. Now we have the remote too, bro. Give it up. Just give it up, bro. How much are you gonna lie? And let me tell you what is going to happen. They are still going to deny it, okay? It is, literally proven without a shadow of a doubt, and they will still defend him, okay?
Yep, he's gonna deny it. They're all gonna deny it. And Hasan is just gonna nonchalantly bring it up every once in a while.
I guarantee you, this is a cult. I hope this situation really opens the eyes of everybody as to how much of a pathological liar Hasan and his friends actually are. It is absolutely disgusting what they've tried to do here, and completely brainwash, rewrite the story, and make people forget their own eyes and ears. You got caught red-handed. Stop fucking torching your dog, you piece of shit. So Asmongold responded.
Yes, again. Hi, Cap.
I saw this. Yep.
No. I'm gonna put the Y shot. Boom.
Yes, again.
You fucked up.
This is the remote for the vibrating gate, I swear. Why does he move this one specific
I like how it looks like Asmongold is peeking out from behind my box
thing out of the frame? It's clearly the ET300 remote that he is literally holding up on his stream. He's hiding it in plain sight. Oh god. This is the one people thought it was. And it's in the exact same spot that it always is in those clips. Educator ET3000 Mini. Compare this to the back of the remotes. Oh man. Lion Ted. Bro, what? So this is 100% unequivocally proven now. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet that this is what happened. Why doesn't he just say he uses it? He never admits that he's wrong, even about like anything really small.
Mr. President, a second shock has hit the dog.
That's because Hasan Piker is a narcissist and a liar.
Bro hates fascism and abuse of power until he's the one in power. Ladies and gentlemen.
Right? He straight up is a fascist. He is a dog fascist.
We got him. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? His response will be, F it, I'ma say it, dude. Americaya deserved 8-300. Poor dog. Shout out to the dude who combed through hours of hell to find this clip. Honestly, the internet detectives have been instrumental in this. And, you know, I've combed through hours of Hasan's stream, so I know how it is. I know the feeling. It is absolutely torturous, but we do it for the people. We gotta do it for the people, all right? It's a public service. Send this to the gulag. Moving on to Pokemon. She has commented on the Hasan dog situation. So
this shit's retarded and straight up a lie. And Hasan said something to her, or somebody said something to her.
All started here. Pokemon and Lily Pichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hasan.
Apparently, no, they didn't.
They have a podcast called Sweet and Sour. Small update. Hey, Taste Buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week, Sweet and Sour staff. Okay, actually W decision, right? Canceling the podcast.
Yeah, by the way, Sweet and Sour staff. I'm pretty sure if they've got staff, I think Hasan's got staff. I think a lot of these people probably share employees, and I bet they share a lot of the same like corporations that they're tied to, and I bet that's why they have to defend Hasan on everything. It's because they all share a bunch of stuff that streamers share.
Episode with Hasan because it's bad PR and he's a piece of shit and everybody should stay away from this guy. W decision. Turns out, apparently Pokemon didn't like it. So Pokemon responded, this episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear. It caused drama, and also posted a statement without my approval. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure.
Wow, that's gonna really build morale. We're gonna just fire everybody until morale improves.
Which means fire her employees for doing this. Now people are cooking her, throwing your staff
until everything starts to improve and everybody feels good.
Under the bus instead of disavowing animal mistreatment is definitely something I'd expect from you. Have you tried using shock collars on your crew? Imagine firing your staff because they don't like puppy T-word. Is it really so hard to condemn animal mistreatment? There have been 5+ clips of him hurting multiple dogs, including pulling them by the tail. Insane to see you virtue signaling others, but giving him such a pass.
Dude,
Main
right?
character syndrome. How
like, it's straight up so bad. It's gonna extend all the way to people like Pokemon, all of his friends, all of the people that he streams with. It extends to Ludwig, and it's like, this might be the worst thing that Hasan's ever done.
I make this about me, the classic. Blink twice if Hasan has a shock collar on you right now.
Like, he's straight up gonna get everybody around him canceled, and you know what? I'm here for it. I hope it happens. I hope it gets worse from here.
Who is the staff? I'd like to personally thank them. Honestly, they made an absolute great decision, and Pokemon decided to fire them for it. Absolute piece of shit. She's now directed all the Hasan rabbit haters towards her staff as well, who were only trying to protect her and her brand and the community, right? They have this cozy, warm community or whatever, and Hasan was about to ruin it, and they were literally doing a good thing, trying to protect you, but no, too much for Miss Queen Pokemon, who needs to side with the terrorist Glazer. Hiatus to restructure. Bro tased his dog repeatedly.
It's straight up the same kind of bitch that back in the day, if she would have been a queen, if anybody did anything that she didn't like, just kill him. Just kill him.
You don't need to go on some spiritual awakening journey. No, restructuring in a company basically means she's going to lay off all the people who decided to do this, right? And it's extremely messed up. Like, they're only trying to protect you. So anyways.
Yeah, and I bet she's being real bitchy. I bet she's yelling at them, but not really like yelling at them. I bet she's like, listen, this is my company. You know, that kind of attitude. Like, you don't want to do the things that I want to do. You don't say anything bad about my friends because I'm at the top.
Asmongold responded.
Basically, they didn't want to have Hasan on the show because of the dog thing, right? I mean, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It gets better, okay? You think, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense, right? So Pokimane comes out and tweets and go on hiatus afterwards to restructure. Now, let me go ahead. You guys like translation? Okay, so what does this mean? That's it. That's what it means. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. I really feel bad for the staff. The reason why I say that is because I think that she should understand, while she has a big fan base and they're going to defend her, a lot of her staff don't have that. The staff are now getting attacked on social media. To throw the staff under the bus and to say that, oh, well, they did this without our consent. Now the Hasan fan base will dislike them. They're also going to get hate because they were associated with Pokimane now, who is, you know, like, okay with doing it.
I can't wait for the videos to come out of all of the people who got fired saying how much they hate Pokimane and how bad it was to work for her.
So you're effectively having everybody attack you now.
Dude, these streamers are such pathetic freaking losers. Oh my god. Absolutely spineless. Even Jellywig would be impressed, honestly. So your staff makes like a good decision and you decided to absolutely backstab them, direct all the hate towards them. And honestly, I'm not...
This is just like, remember the whole Dan Schneider thing with Nickelodeon? And behind the scenes, you get like a whole bunch of people that were basically saying that the children that Brian Peck did very, very bad things with were lying. And that he was actually a good guy. A lot of celebrities that you know, just look up the list of celebrities that defended Brian Peck.
Even sure I believe her, right? Because you're clearly backtracking here, because I feel like there's no way they just randomly posted this without asking you. I mean, surely they run it by you or something. I mean, we'll never really know the truth since she's the boss and she sort of controls everything that's actually going out there.
Yeah, and she's a piece of shit, garbage liar that has no spine because her spine's just made of jelly.
She could have made, you know, tested the waters doing this and then got backlash and decided to reverse this. That would definitely be a Pokimane move. She is the queen of all snakes, obviously. But I'm honestly so disgusted at all of these streamers running defense for Hasan, man. Like, directly or indirectly, whether it be Valkyrie, Ludwig, Pokimane, or whatever. This isn't a controversial political issue.
QT Cinderella and Pokimane were like the girls in high school that all the teachers liked. But they were a super mega bitch to everybody. Same energy.
This is a man cooking his dog live on stream and literally hordes and hordes of evidence. We even found his fucking remote, dude. We found the exact model of the shock collar and everything. We found the tape. Like, what more do you need? Apparently, even mistreating dogs, the most like beloved creature here, is not enough.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? They stayed friends with him. They stayed glazing him even after all of the shit where he was pro-terrorism.
Enough to turn people away from Hasan. I don't know what kind of death grip. Does he have dirt, like secret dirt on all of these streamers? Like secret blackmail or something? Because I'm genuinely so confused. I don't want to believe that they're rotten to the core or something.
I think they just work together. And they make a lot of money because of it working together. I think literally that's it.
Is making them act this way, but I just can't figure it out. Then Asmon talks about how you should be taking care of your staff and not throwing them under the bus.
Or they're taking money from foreign actors. So they have to work together. Because if they don't, then they lose all their money. And for some reason, somehow, some way, Hasan seems to be at the center of it all. Every time. It really makes me think that they're taking some real funny money.
Is that, like, whenever you have people that are working for you in a way, and I don't mean this in a degrading way, but like they're your flock in a way, right? Like you're the shepherd. You have to lead them in the right position. You have to take care of them. You have to help them, and you have to do your best to do what is in their best interest and to help them and to do what the right thing is for them. Because in the same way that they serve you, they have put their faith in you for you to also serve them. And so whenever I see somebody throw an employee under the bus, like there have been issues, I will tell you this, okay? There have been a number of issues where people have had problems, and I have been of the opinion that the other person was wrong and not me. I'm not going to make it any more specific than that because I don't want anybody to even begin to start guessing. But it's happened. It's happened multiple times. It's happened many times. And you don't know a single one of them, and you never will. I've taken the blame because at the end of the day, the fact is that, you know, you are the leader. And as the leader, you have to take accountability. But to throw the staff under the bus and to say that, oh, well, they did this without our consent and they didn't do this, I think this basically makes them, it effectively makes them homeless. Because, and I don't mean the fact that they're inevitably probably going to get fired or at least chewed out by this. But what I do mean is that now they've already positioned themselves against the Hasan fan base. And now the Hasan fan base will dislike them. And they're also going to get hate because they were associated with Pokimane now, who is, you know, like, okay with doing it. So you're effectively having everybody attack you now. And as an individual that's just an employee in the space, right? I'm not talking about a creator, but an employee in the space, that is tremendously overwhelming. From her perspective, I think that she's not being empathetic of the type of...
If I was one of those people, I'd go hard in the paint against these people. Against Hasan and Pokimane and all these fucking freaks.
Collateral damage that, you know, they're going to be subject to whenever they get attacked for being on a podcast with Hasan, when Hasan is in the middle of a lot of really big drama.
Yeah, I'd be going out exposing the shit out of them.
So basically for her, it doesn't probably seem like a big deal because, well, you know, it's not happening to her. But for them, I think it's going to be very unpleasant and very stressful.
Yup, absolute facts right there. You need to stand on business as a leader and stop blaming everybody else. These are people on your team that you're supposed to stand by and support, right?
Eventually, she's gonna fall off. She'll still be successful, don't get me wrong, but she's not gonna be a known name. All these names that we talk about today, just think back. Just 10 years ago. Who were the top people on the internet? Who were the number one people on the internet? I'll wait, I'm listening. Oh, you don't know? It's because everybody's forgotten, and all those people fell off. What's Ninja doing right now? He's still successful, don't get me wrong. But he has majorly fallen off. So has literally everyone.
And they literally made the best possible decision, and you're rebuking them for it. You're punishing them for it. Probably going to fire them. It's disgusting. And yeah, the other good point there, obviously your staff is not going to be used to getting a ton of hate, potentially death threats and stuff like that.
Yep, and then if that keeps happening like that, then people aren't going to want to work for you. Because it's a hostile work environment.
Because if you're going against Hasan's fan base, that is exactly what you will get on a daily basis. As I've said multiple times, these are the most unhinged fucking lunatics you will ever come across. Like, legitimately, I don't know a worse fan base than his. It's actually shocking. Like, they will find any single way to ruin your life, right? Slander you, lie about you, anything, right? And just for speaking on his name negatively, even if it's justified criticism. And obviously, these people who are usually behind the scenes and working hard, they won't have the necessary sort of training to deal with that yet, right? You need to be on the internet for quite a while before you actually become numb to the idiotic hate comments, and some people never learn, right? You need to learn how to ignore the schizo haters. Like if there's a Hasan fan hating on you, obviously take into account the actual criticism, but you know, if there's a bunch of Hasan fans, you just gotta ignore them, obviously, right? So they won't have that experience, and they might actually take it to heart. But obviously you can't expect much from these out of touch fucking Hollywood streamers. They have this whole clique and they all suck, man. Every day they prove that they are nothing like the rest of us. Not like us. People responded they all defend each other because they have dirt on—
Yeah, they're also all being propped up by other freaks that want them to be propped up so they can make money off of them.
on each other. It might actually be a Hollywood situation.
Because it works on them. Any people like me or more Pegasus or Asmongold, we wouldn't allow any of this shit to happen. That's why we don't get propped up.
I can condone terrorism, but I draw—
Also, I probably just suck. My content probably sucks. I don't know, man. I'm just making stuff basically for fun at this point. By the way, I've got a PayPal link down there in the comments that you should totally donate to, man. It helps out with a farm that I'm living on and working on.
the line at animal abuse. Yeah, dude, I will never understand how this is the situation that got so big. I mean, I get it, you know, people love dogs and stuff, but like, come on, this guy was an open terrorist supporter of multiple different orgs. He openly advocates to murder his political opponents, but that wasn't enough, right? It took like a completely non-political drama to actually eviscerate this guy, and even then, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. No one is shocked about this except the dog. Just a classic. Ludwig, the type of guy to hide a zombie bite. Pokemon, the type of girl to let the zombies in, then blame those that get infected. Moving on to Pokemon's less annoying friend, who is starting to become more annoying now. Her best friend Valkyrie here. A recap: last time she basically tried to defend Hasan, saying that, oh, I know Kaya and she's treated well, but what about the genocide going on though? Like, completely ridiculous defense.
You think?
Yeah, immediately when you start saying shit like that, all of your defense goes out the fucking window.
That anyone I surround myself with is like a bad person. Like, use your brain.
Yes, you were also a bad person.
I just wish that more people would put more energy into hating like traffickers, genocide people, genocidal apologists, like people that are like getting raped and people that are getting killed, all these kids that are getting murdered. Like, where is the energy?
Okay, wall them off.
Where is it?
And now she's getting made fun of on the internet. Asked advice to NMP and Asmongold regarding her current hate threads.
And that's okay. I messaged 2 people about LSF. I messaged Nick Polam and I messaged Asmongold. I asked both of them. I was like, hey, I don't...
Nick gave her the wrong answer. Asmongold told her to say nothing. Is that what happened?
Really use Reddit a whole lot, but like, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh, I understand where you guys are coming from, I'm sorry, like I'm sorry, I should have definitely like spoken about it differently? And both of them reassured me that it's a good idea to not because I know
okay, Nick actually gave the right answer. Did she listen to either fucking one of them? Nope.
they're like they're Reddit people, so I was like, they both said, they're both very nice, and they both said, yeah, don't respond, it's not a good idea. Yes.
You just responded, you fucking idiot. Absolutely brain cooked.
Yes, Asmongold and Nick Polam, because I know those are like the 2 people that I know like participate in Reddit stuff a lot. So I got some. Or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh.
Yeah, but how many people did you DM though about the genocide currently going on?
Oh.
How many people got DM
good
though
point.
about what's currently going on over there in Palestine though?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I understand where you guys are coming from.
Yeah, why isn't she got that energy? She's telling everybody else where's that energy. Where's her energy?
Oh my god, dude, she needs to stop trying to do this ultimate PR control because it just comes off so disingenuous. So I assume what happened before this is she messaged—
You know what the PR for everybody should be? Tell the truth and then give one of these. 2 of them, actually, like I just did.
Hasan, and Hasan told her what to say, or he messaged her, right? And now she's trying to ask Asmon what to say because he's like the approved person here to deal with the Reddit. Oh my god, dude, imagine living like this. I mean, yeah, I guess ignore Reddit and stuff, but maybe take some of the criticism, try to understand it. It's dumb to downplay Hasan's clear animal mistreatment here and say that, oh, there's a genocide going on. I mean, I'm surprised she even like messaged Asmon. You'd think Hasan would shock collar her for doing that, but it seems like there are some like unique connections that are sometimes been made. But you can see the second Asmon's mentioned, her entire chat goes ew, 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 ew. It's like they're conditioned like dogs to react like that, right? And you'll notice the same thing happens with Ludwig's chat anytime Asmon goes.
Dude, being like a serial chatter is so weird to me. Whenever I watch live streams, I do not chat. It's so weird to be a guy that just always is in a chat. I don't get it. I really don't. Like, the few live streams that I watch regularly, I'm in a Discord, not trying to chat with the guy on screen. I don't want to be on screen. I am talking with the people who are also watching the same thing as me. And I really don't want the person who is doing the live stream to see what we're saying and know what we're saying. I mean, I don't mind it, but like, I really don't care for that. I just want to be part of a community and talk with people away from the thing that I'm watching. Like, if I'm in a Dragon Ball Z community, I don't want Sean Schimmel to go in there and call me a fucking retard.
Is brought up or whatever, these communities just cannot think for themselves because they interact with Hasan and they share like some crossover with Hasan, right? So they're conditioned to automatically hate on Asmongold, and it's pathetic. It's honestly pathetic.
Yeah, it is. In the Timcast Discord, dude, I am like so weird in there because I'm not like anybody else, and a few people are like that they're not like anybody else, because I think that I'm the only Christian anarchist in there. The only person that's like completely anti-politics too.
Right? Because in this situation, he was completely in the right. Okay, Future Pegasus here. We got an update. Remember how I said that I'm surprised she actually messaged Asmongold? That was kind of out of left field, considering how Hasan and her community would actually react. Well, seems like she's already backpedaling. Valkyrie apologizes to her community for DMing Asmongold.
Dude, she deserves it. Sure, have it. You fucking idiot.
At the end of the day, it is my fault for not being aware enough, and I apologize to my community. It was probably so hurtful and so jarring. I'm under a rock, and that's my fault. So I think everyone, including myself, should be more aware of, you know, what's going on in the world and what people are saying. I just like, it is my fault.
No. If you're a fucking idiot, don't involve yourself with the world and what's going on in the world. Also, the world is evil and retarded. Like, who cares? If you actually care, you are so gone. You're so gone.
At the end of the day, that is my fault. It's literally no one's fault but my own. I'm not aware enough, and that's on me. Ray, you're a good role model still at this point.
Good role model. Good role model, huh? You don't want your children to look up to this crazy lunatic bitch.
I don't think so.
Same.
I don't think
At least that part's true. But a lot of people will be like, "Oh, she doesn't think she's a role model. That's the perfect role model."
I think I have a good job of recognizing when I do mess up and accepting that.
No. Because you're messing up right now, you fucking idiot. Holy shit.
And being okay with it, but and it's all good. It's all like I hear you guys, I see you guys. You're right. You're so right. 100,000%.
Dude, she is so captured by chat.
My fault for not being aware enough. Because of that, I was able to do like a
Aware
deep
of what?
dive. I was able to leave my rock and see and be more aware of it. And
Aware of what? Aware of Hasan being pro-terrorism? You aware of that?
you know, I need to be more aware.
Right. I need to be more aware of what's happening, she says. You mean like Hasan shocking his dog?
Or being pro-terrorism?
Or him supporting literal terrorists? You're
Yeah.
not aware of that? Or him being the worst person in general in 500 different ways? Are you actually kidding me? I mean, guys, I've seen some like pathetic stuff in my time, but this is unbelievable.
Like, what the fuck is going on, dude? It's like it is actually getting worse. Everything is getting worse. Literally in every space.
Dude, for DMing a guy you're apologizing, that is crazy. Like, talking to someone is getting sort of their perspective on the situation here, right? At least privately or whatever. You're not like publicly promoting him or something. You're not doing a podcast with him. I just don't understand this. I mean, honestly, I don't understand how people live like this. Your own community harasses you so much for even attempting to talk to the other side. And, you know, we saw from her chat that it's her community and Hasan's community, which probably has some level of crossover there, right? Hasan probably shock collared her too, bruh. Like, he's got the collar on Jellywig, on Kaya, on Pokemon, on Valkyrie. Like, he cranked that.
They're probably being propped up and being fed money from all the same people. Like, they're taking funny money for all of this shit. And they can't say anything about it. And if they go against anybody that is in the same space, anybody that the space is propping up, then they lose everything. So they literally can't if they even if they wanted to, but like they would want to, because money talks for them. Money talks to them. They love money. Nothing is more important to these people than money. They're evil, garbage, disgusting fucking freaks.
Shit up to the max settings, obviously. But yeah, this is just disappointing to see. I thought that she was at least trying to get other people's perspective, sort of have a conversation, you know, open those sort of gates, but nope, gotta stay in our echo chamber, a little bubble, stay close-minded.
Yep, it's a cult. It's a cult of money. It's a cult of personality. It's a motherfucking... They're demons.
Pieces of shit. Tecton responds, Asmongold sticks his neck out for Valkyrie to make sure she's okay and helps her navigate the discourse she's going through, and she stabs him in the back and affirms to her community that he is this evil, unforgivable human that shouldn't even be talked to. Weak, pathetic, spineless. No wonder she has an affinity for Hasan. She's just as spineless as Jellywig. I love that everyone is saying Jellywig. Anytime he's mentioned, it's just Jellywig. Everyone has forgotten the name Ludwig, which is amazing. This is your reminder, do not help the weak. They'll be the first to stab you in the back if it means saving their skin. I don't really agree with this, but whatever. More like do not help people with weak characters, right? Now, a person might be weak in like a sense of, you know, they might not have many resources. You should feel free to help those people, but people with a weak sort of moral compass, they don't have a strong grasp on their values or what is actually good or right in the world. Yeah.
Yep, what is good and right for the world to them is how much money they could make.
They can possibly stab you in the back. I've said this 1,000 times. Asmongold is a good ass dude. Incredibly overhated. Bro's reasonable as frick. And his takes aren't even that crazy. I'm just going to be dead ass. If you got a problem with what that guy says, you're quite literally just pussy. I mean, you can disagree with him. I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with me or Asmongold or Tecton or anybody else, right? We don't expect you to abide by every single one of our opinions or we're going to harass you or something like that. That's what Hasan's community does. And that's exactly what they did to people like Ethan, right? Dude, there's literally people that watch me that disagree with like 90% of what I say, and they just watch me because of like my SpongeBob memes or like my jokes or whatever, which is, I don't know how you do that. FT streamers, man, will call Asmon a piece of shit and support a dog mistreater. Hope the clout's worth it. Shionhead responds, she needs to set herself.
Dude, I see Nux everywhere, man. I fucking love Nux. I think he might be my favorite YouTuber of all time at this point.
Free from the mind prison that is the progressive audience capture. It was hurtful. If those fans are hurt by you speaking to someone.
And Shionhead is so fucking based. And it's like, they're complete opposites. What kind of world are these people in, man? Because we're all like, all different, on different sides of the aisle. Have all different politics. And we're all cool with each other and friendly and friends. Like, what the fuck is going on?
They don't like, they're inevitably going to leave for another dumb reason. So tell them to F off and the cool zone will stay. That's exactly what I do. I'm like, if you don't like it, F off, right? And I don't really care. I'm not trying to grasp onto every single last morsel of person. It's just pathetic, man. They are like desperate for clout, it seems. Valkyrie and Ludwig competing for who should wear the shot color next. Asmon would give you the shirt off his back, Valkyrie. The dude has lost both of his parents.
I don't know if you'd want that shirt. That shirt's probably pretty gross. Probably hasn't been washed in a few weeks.
His dad last month, he gave you advice and took time in this moment of his life to help you, and now you're on stream apologizing for associating with him. It's, yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how you could ever see Hasan as this.
These people, the people who have empathy, are not empathetic toward Asmongold when he literally, it's only been a couple weeks since Asmongold lost his dad. Where's the empathy?
Amazing angel figure, and Asmon is this absolute devil. It's you have to truly live with a fucking warp lens through the day-to-day life. This is hilarious. She has no real opinion on anything. Total bot. NPC. And what do you know? Asmon
Fucking clankers, man. I swear.
Responds extremely graciously. Now, personally, I'd be pretty mad and I'd probably go off on this person, but obviously we got the classic Asmon response of being very nice.
So she went out and she said this about me, obviously, like she basically apologized for messaging me, right?
I just can't believe all this came out of the Hasan dog collar thing. And I think it's going to get much, much worse. We're going to see so many people stabbing each other in the back.
That's pretty much what it was.
It's crazy how we're really finding out who's who based on what you think Hasan did to his dog or didn't do to his dog. That's so fucking crazy to me. That's the arc that we are in right now. The Hasan Collargate saga.
And I think that honestly, the biggest mistake that she made is that she didn't message me twice. I do. Because she should have messaged me and asked if she should have told the community that she messaged me. And if she had done that, I'd have told her no.
That's exactly right. What the fuck? Why would you do that?
I would have. I think this is an own goal for her. It definitely is. And so like
fucking Asmon, his attitude towards everything is fucking amazing.
Like, I don't take this personally. I don't get upset about this. It doesn't bother me.
I wouldn't either, man. Like, I have people attacking me all the time. I give no shits. And like, if I have anybody big that attacks me like that or stabs me in the back, like, I've got a shield. My shield is the Lord.
I'm not mad about it, etc. I'm not mad about this. I don't really care. I think that it's funny, if you want me to be honest. I thought that the reason why she mentioned that she talked to me was so she could posture that basically she was willing to look at the other side of the Collargate situation and try to reach across the aisle and effectively try to offer a degree of diplomacy that, it's not like I hate all of these people. It's just that I talk to them because it's not like this evil thing, right? And so I actually thought that this was maybe that was like her strategy with doing it, right? It's like kind of saying like, well, I even talk to people that, might be perceived as being against this, and this is what I said I should do. So this is what I would do, right? So it basically adds veracity to what she was saying. Like, I thought that was the logic behind it. I almost never fault people for acting in their own best interest. This might be, confusing to you, but I almost never do. And if you think about it, whenever I see a person doing what they think is best for them,
I don't even care. Like, I will do what's in the best interest of my God. That's really what I'm in it for.
I don't usually get offended by it because I understand why people do that, because people are animals and animals have evolved for millions of years through natural selection with the desire to survive, right?
Dude, so this guy just tried to help her navigate the situation, handle the Reddit threads, and literally save her PR, right? And immediately she throws him under the bus, says sorry to her community for daring to even message him. I mean, she didn't support him or anything like that. Didn't agree with any of his takes, just DMing him.
I'm surprised. Is there a red spot on my forehead right now? I have facepalmed so many times in this video.
Like, bro, people DM people all the time to get their perspective on a situation. I could DM Hasan right now.
If I have to watch any more of this shit, you're going to see blood trickling down from my forehead.
What was the model of the shock collar, right? Just to get more information or something. And notice how there is zero specifics when people like these talk, right? Whenever I say how bad Hasan is, I show you exactly why. I show you the evidence, the statements, the clips, everything perfectly. Meanwhile, people on their side, they just talk in vague language. Oh, this is a bad person. There's no substance at all. It's like they're just bad guys. They're far right.
Yeah, and they just say it. They never bring anything up, and they just say it because that's the sentiment that all of the people that give them money have.
MAGA, Nazi, grifter, Redditors, Reddit talking points. They're afraid to get on planes. They don't know anything. It just makes no sense. And I truly feel bad for her. She is chained by her community or Hasan's community. I don't know if he has some dirt.
No, she's not. No, she's not. You're wrong. She's chained by the love of money
on her or whatever, but this is a pitiful existence, and I hope she comes to her senses one day, because it's honestly sad to watch. Now click this video for...
Yep, it is incredibly sad to watch, man. I pray for these people. I pray that they stop loving all of the evil things that make them look like idiots and that are destroying their lives, and they really need to come to Christ, you know? I'll see you in the next one.